Up to now, we have played only triads at the keyboard. So how did we play triads? It was very easy. We said that with the left hand we play the bass by doubling it one octave lower to have a stronger sound, and with the right hand we play the triad, so 3 notes with the right hand. So now we have a chord made up of 4 notes, so how can we play it? Of course, the simple way is the following. If I take the dominant 7th chord, I can always play the root, the bass in this case, so the root for this, in this case, in the bass with the left hand by doubling it again one octave lower, and then I can play the whole 4 notes chord, so the complete chord, the complete 7th chord, so G, B, D and F. So this is a very easy way of playing a 7th chord at the keyboard, but this is not the more effective way. This is not a very good way. And this is for 2 reasons. The first reason is that when we compose, we also need to take, or also when we improvise, we need to have some fingers available to play the melody. So, in the case of a triad, we use only 3 fingers, of course, to play the chord. So we have other fingers which are available to play the melody. So, for example, the 3rd and the 5th, depending on which finger I use, of course. But if I play with the right hand for a 4 notes chord, so I use 4 fingers, I have only 1 finger available to play the melody, and it is not enough. So for this reason, we need to play 3 notes, so a 3 notes chord, even if it is made up of 4 notes. So we need to play only 3 notes with the right hand, even in the case of the 7th chord. But the second reason is maybe much more important, because if I play the 7th chord by playing all the 4 notes with the right hand, and I switch from a 7th chord, for example, to a triad, I switch from different intensities of sound, because here I'm playing 4 notes and here I'm playing only 3 notes, and so I switch. It is not so balanced as a sound intensity. So 4, 3, okay, and we need to have always something which is as balanced as possible. So for these 2 reasons, we must find a way to play the 7th chord by playing only 3 notes at the right hand. So there are 2 very effective ways of playing a 7th chord at the piano by playing only 3 notes at the right hand. The first way is the following. Let's start from the basic position in which I play all the 4 notes, and since I have already the root in the bass, I don't need to play again here, so I can take it out, and at the right hand I play only the 3rd, the 5th and the 7th. So in this case I have the root in the bass and the 3rd, the 5th and the 7th at the right hand. And this is called a complete 7th chord, since I have all the notes, I'm playing all the notes of this chord. Of course, as we have already done for the triad, when we play the chord in different positions, so we said that C, E, G, or E, G, C, or G, C, E are equivalent. I can do the same for this chord. So I start from B, D, F, but I can also play it as D, F, E, or F, B, D. These are different positions, but since I'm always using the root in the bass, this is always a dominant 7th chord, but I'm only using different position at the right hand. Okay, so this was the first way, so the complete 7th chord. The second way is to play the incomplete 7th chord. So in this case, I again start from the basic position in which I play all the 4 notes with the right hand, and at this point I take out the 5th out of the chord. Why can I do this? This is because of the overtones theory. Because if we have already said that if I play this G note, I have in the overtone, as the overtones, the octave higher, the higher octave, and then I have also the fifth, the higher fifth. So I already have this fifth in the overtone since I play the root in the bass. So for this reason, I don't need to play the fifth, okay? In this case, I don't need to play the fifth, so this is another way, another possibility. So to play with the right hand, only the root, so I double again the root, I play it again, since it is a very important note, of course, because this is not on which I build the whole seventh chord. So I play the root, the third, and I skip the fifth, and then I play the seventh. Okay, and since in this case I'm not playing all the four notes by mixing left and right hand. This is called an incomplete seventh chord. But let me remind you that we already hear the fifth, since we have it as an overtones of this G note. Okay. I must say that this is a very effective position, so this is why we play it, even if we skip the fifth. This is a very effective position because it is wider than the complete one. In this case, if I play the complete seventh chord, between the first and the last note of the right hand notes, I have a fifth, a diminished fifth. In this case, as you can see, between the first and the last note that I'm playing with the right hand, I have a seventh interval. So it is a wider position, so it is much stronger as a sound than this one. Okay, so there are different positions, and again, I can use different positions even by playing the incomplete seventh chord. So I can play G, B, F, but I can also play B, F, G, or F, G, B. And of course, in this case, in these two positions, I don't have a very wide position, a very wide chord, while in this case, this is the widest position. So maybe this is the position, the voicing that allowed me to have the most effective sound by using the incomplete seventh chord. So we have two ways, to summarize, we have two ways of playing the seventh chord, in this case the dominant seventh chord, but these apply to all the seventh chords. The first one is the complete seventh chord, and the second one is the incomplete seventh chord.